In the swirling mists of time and thought, there exists a wisdom so profound, it transforms the very essence of our being. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way, declared Marcus Aurelius, a voice from the past that whispers secrets of resilience and strength. But how, you might ask, can the sting of rejection, a force that often leaves us in the shadows of despair, become our greatest ally? How can we turn the tides of denial to water the gardens of our soul? Join me as we journey through the ancient paths of Stoicism, uncovering 10 lessons that reveal the art of using rejection to our favor. Lesson number 1. Unfollow the crowd. Marcus Aurelius once remarked, "The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane." His words echo through the ages, unveiling a harsh truth about the human condition. The majority's path is often paved with unexamined lives, where the noise of conformity drowns out the whispers of personal truth and integrity. This lesson invites us into the mysterious journey of self-discovery, where Stoicism equips us with the lantern of reason to navigate the darkness of societal expectations. It challenges us to question the allure of popularity and the fear of standing alone. The crowd, with its seductive chant of belonging, often leads us into a maze of mediocrity, where individual lights dim to maintain the illusion of harmony. By employing reverse psychology, we learn to see rejection by the crowd not as a mark of failure, but as a badge of courage. It signifies that we have dared to listen to our inner voice, to defy the gravitational pull of collective mediocrity. This lesson is not an invitation to contrarianism for its own sake, but a call to authenticity, urging us to question the status quo and to find our own path, even if it means walking alone. The stark reality is that following the crowd can lead us to betray our deepest values, to silence our inner philosophers in exchange for fleeting acceptance. Unfollow the crowd is a clarion call to embrace the solitude of integrity, to build a life that, upon reflection, is truly ours. In the mysterious dance of existence, it teaches us to move to the rhythm of our own wisdom, fortified by the Stoic virtues of courage, justice, temperance, and wisdom. Lesson number 2. Swipe left on negativity. In the lesson of Swipe Left on Negativity, we embark on a counterintuitive exploration of rejection through the lens of reverse psychology. This journey is not just about navigating the digital world's relentless tide of likes, comments, and inevitably dismissals. It's about confronting the undercurrent of negativity that can erode our well-being over time. Imagine, if you will, every swipe left, every ignored message, and every digital dismissal, not as a rejection, but as an invitation to delve deeper into the essence of who you are and who you wish to become. The harsh truth is that the digital world, with its incessant demand for our attention and validation, feeds on our fears and insecurities, magnifying the impact of negativity in our lives. But what if we could turn the tables? What if, instead of allowing this digital disdain to diminish us, we use it as a tool to fortify our inner strength? This is where reverse psychology comes into play. By intentionally choosing to see each dismissal as a step toward self-discovery and growth, we reclaim our power from the anonymous judges behind the screens. Negativity, especially in the digital realm, often acts as a mirror, reflecting not just the opinions of others, but the parts of ourselves that are most vulnerable, most in need of our compassion and understanding. The long-term effects of succumbing to this negativity can be corrosive, not just to our self-esteem, but to the very fabric of our character. This lesson urges you, the reader, to engage in a radical act of self-love. Swipe left on negativity. Use each digital rejection as a catalyst for reaffirming your values, for nurturing resilience, and for cultivating a profound sense of self-worth that is not contingent on the fleeting opinions of the digital masses. In doing so, you'll discover that the wisdom gained from these digital dismissals is a treasure trove of personal growth and enlightenment, a secret garden where your true self can flourish, untainted by the shadows of online negativity. Lesson number 3, silencing the noise. In the power of indifference in a world of opinions, we are summoned to the battlefield of the mind, where the clamor of the world's opinions lays siege to our tranquility. This lesson, imparted by a confident Stoic philosopher, wields reverse psychology as its weapon, challenging us to reconceive our engagement with the cacophony of judgments that surround us. Your tranquility stays unshaken only when you retreat into your own sovereignty, the only territory no external force can conquer. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius wisely counseled, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Herein lies a profound reversal of perspective. To meet the volley of external opinions with the armor of indifference is not a sign of weakness, but the ultimate expression of strength. This Stoic injunction calls you, the reader, to a radical form of empowerment. In a world voraciously consuming and regurgitating opinions, your indifference is your rebellion. It is not about the aloofness of the unfeeling, but the deliberate choice of a soul that has risen above the fray, discerning the futility of external approval in defining one's essence. Imagine standing firm, a serene statue amidst a storm of criticism and praise alike, unswayed by either because you understand a fundamental truth. The only opinion that truly shapes your destiny is your own. The harsh reality is that allowing the world's opinions to infiltrate your peace is akin to opening the gates of your city to an invading force, one that seeks to plunder your tranquility and sow the seeds of doubt. Embrace the power of indifference as an act of defiance, a statement that no opinion, however loud or persistent, can disturb the citadel of your inner peace. This lesson does not invite you to disengage from the world, but to engage with it on your terms, fortified by the wisdom of Stoicism and the invincible strength of your own convictions. Lesson number 4, the art of ghosting your ego. In the profound lesson of learning from silent rejections, we're invited to navigate the uncharted waters of non-response, a realm where the echoes of unanswered calls and unacknowledged efforts reverberate. This is a space that at first glance seems suffused with the cold draught of indifference, yet through the lens of reverse psychology, we are encouraged to perceive these silent rejections not as voids of neglect, but as silent teachers whispering invaluable life lessons. Imagine each silent rejection as a seed. On the surface, it appears inert, perhaps even lifeless. However, beneath that quiet exterior lies the potential for extraordinary growth. The absence of feedback, the lack of a clear yes or no, challenges us to look inward, to question, reflect, and ultimately to derive our own conclusions and paths forward. This process cultivates a resilience that is not easily shaken, a self-sufficiency that does not rely on the validation of others. Silent rejections are, paradoxically, loud in their message. They compel us to become better listeners to our inner voice. In the silence, we are afforded the opportunity to confront our fears, to meet our insecurities head-on, and to ask ourselves what we truly value and seek in our pursuits. It's a moment to reassess our goals, not through the prism of societal acceptance, but through the clarity of personal vision and authenticity. This lesson calls on you to transform the silence into a canvas upon which you can paint your responses, your decisions, and your next steps. It's an invitation to dance in the quiet, to find rhythm in the stillness, and to recognize that every silent rejection is, in fact, a space filled with the potential for personal revelation and growth. By learning from silent rejections, we're not just overcoming a momentary setback, we're mastering the art of turning absence into a presence that molds and shapes our character. This silent classroom is where we learn to become more nuanced in our understanding of success, more adaptable in our strategies, and ultimately more aligned with our deepest selves. Lesson number 5, seeking virtue over validation. In the enlightening lesson of seeking virtue over validation, we are beckoned to embark on a journey of self-discovery that transcends the incessant quest for external approval. This path, illuminated by the wisdom of Stoicism, invites us to invert our gaze, to look inward rather than outward, employing reverse psychology as a guide to uncovering our true essence. Marcus Aurelius, a sage of ancient times, once professed, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." In this succinct yet profound directive lies the heart of our lesson. It's a call to action, urging us to pivot away from the external accolades and affirmations that society dangles before us, and instead to cultivate the virtues that define our character. This shift in focus is not merely a rejection of societal validation, but a profound affirmation of our own worth and capabilities. Imagine a world where the applause fades, where the likes and shares no longer dictate our sense of self-worth. In this silence, what remains is the essence of who we are, measured not by the yardstick of popularity, but by the depth of our virtue. This lesson challenges you to embrace this reality, to find fulfillment not in the fleeting judgments of others, but in the steadfast pursuit of wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. The pursuit of virtue over validation is a courageous act of defiance against the norms that society imposes. It requires us to be authentic, to stand firm in our values, even when they go unrecognized or are met with indifference. This journey is not about isolating ourselves from the world, but about engaging with it on more meaningful terms, where our actions are guided by an internal compass of virtue rather than the shifting sands of social approval. Seeking virtue over validation is an invitation to reclaim your power, to live a life that's authentically yours, guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. It's a call to cultivate a sense of self that's rooted in the richness of your character, creating a legacy that endures beyond the ephemeral nature of external validation. Lesson number 6, failing forward towards success. In the transformative lesson of failing forward towards success, we're invited to redefine our relationship with failure, not as a setback, but as a pivotal step on the path to success. Through the lens of reverse psychology, this perspective encourages us to embrace our missteps and learn from them, rather than shying away in fear of repeating them. Marcus Aurelius, a beacon of Stoic wisdom, once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This powerful statement encapsulates the essence of failing forward. It suggests that the obstacles we encounter, the failures we endure, are not just barriers to our goals, but are, in fact, the very path to achieving them. This lesson implores you to view each failure as a guidepost, an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Embracing this mindset requires a radical shift in perception. It asks you to see failure not as a reflection of your worth, but as an indispensable teacher. Each setback, each fall, is a lesson in disguise, offering invaluable insights that pave the way to future triumphs. Failing forward towards success is a call to action, urging you to step boldly into the arena of your endeavors, armed with the knowledge that every failure is a stepping stone to greater achievements. It's an invitation to live authentically, to pursue your ambitions with the confidence that comes from understanding the transformative power of setbacks, guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Lesson number 7. Mindfulness in the unmatch. In this life, rejection is as inevitable as the setting sun. Yet within this seemingly harsh truth lies a profound opportunity for growth and tranquility. Consider the words of Marcus Aurelius: "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Rejection, my friends, is one of those outside events. It is but a shadow, incapable of diminishing the light of our true essence unless we permit it to do so. This lesson teaches us the art of transforming rejection from a source of pain into a catalyst for serenity. It is not the rejection itself that unsettles us, but our perception of it. When we shift our perspective, viewing rejection as a guide rather than a foe, we open the door to inner peace. By embracing Stoic principles, we learn to detach our self-worth from the external validation and opinions of others. We understand that our true value lies within, in our ability to remain composed, resilient, and serene in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Let us therefore welcome rejection not with fear, but with open arms, as a teacher who guides us towards the serenity that resides deep within our souls. This, my dear listeners, is the essence of finding serenity amidst rejection. Lesson number 8. Turning job rejections into strength. Let me illuminate the lesson of turning job rejections into strength. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor, once proclaimed, "The obstacle on the path becomes the way." Imagine each job rejection not as a barricade, but as a stepping stone, an opportunity to forge our resilience and refine our virtues. These moments of disappointment are not mere ends but beginnings, beckoning us to introspection and growth. They compel us to question, to adapt, and to emerge more aligned with our true purpose. It is here, in the crucible of rejection, that our strength is tested and our character is shaped. Embrace these trials, for they teach us the art of perseverance, the dignity of self-reliance, and the value of clarity in our vocational pursuits. Let each job rejection refine your resolve as you transform these stones of defeat into the bedrock of your future success. Lesson number 9. Detoxing from approval. In a world that often measures worth by external achievements and social validation, Stoicism invites us to look inward, finding value in virtue and wisdom. Epictetus, a sage of Stoicism, once declared, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This profound insight lays the foundation of our lesson, the Stoic path to authentic self-esteem. True self-esteem, according to Stoic wisdom, is not derived from the accolades of the world, but from the strength of our character, the integrity of our actions, and the resilience of our spirit. This path urges us to cultivate virtues such as courage, justice, temperance, and wisdom. It teaches us that self-esteem built on the ephemeral opinions of others is as unstable as the wind. Instead, we are called to anchor our self-worth in the steadfastness of our moral compass, in the quality of our thoughts and actions. Let us embrace this Stoic guidance, transforming every challenge into an opportunity for growth, every setback into a step forward on the path to a more authentic, unshakable self-esteem. This, dear listeners, is the true essence of valor and dignity. Lesson number 10. Digital Diogenes. The search for authentic connection in the age of filters, a quest more pressing now than ever, in an era where appearances are manipulated and reality is often obscured. Stoicism offers a beacon of truth. Seneca once mused, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This insight pierces through the illusion, guiding us towards genuine human connections. Our lesson beckons us to peel away the layers of pretense, to see and be seen for who we truly are, not the masks we wear. It challenges us to favor the richness of real interaction over the shallowness of curated personas. In doing so, we forge connections that are not only authentic, but resilient, capable of withstanding the vicissitudes of life. Let us, therefore, courageously seek out those genuine bonds, for they are the threads that weave the fabric of a life well lived. As our journey today draws to a close, let us remember the timeless words of Marcus Aurelius. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. In the tapestry of life, every thread of rejection is interwoven with the potential for transformation and growth. But dear traveler on the path of wisdom, our exploration does not end here. Within the realms of Stoicism, countless treasures await, secrets to living a life of virtue, resilience, and profound peace. I invite you to continue this journey with us, to uncover more ancient wisdom that is startlingly relevant in our modern world. If the whispers of the past have stirred something within you, I urge you, like, share, and subscribe. Let us kindle the flame of Stoic wisdom together, sharing its light with those wandering in the darkness of today's challenges. Remember, in the garden of your life, let not the seeds of rejection wither in despair. Instead, water them with the lessons of Stoicism and watch as they bloom into strengths you never knew you possessed.